This is a tank soldier whose body is charred. It is amazing that he is still alive, and has always maintained a fighting posture. His comrades were amazed, and rushed him to the hospital for treatment. After the doctor's examination, he found that the man's body burns up to 90%, but also with sepsis, can live to now is also a miracle. But such a large area of burns, so far no one can survive. The doctor concluded that he cannot survive today at most, but everyone did not expect is. 2 weeks later the man unexpectedly magically resurrected. When the doctor took apart the gauze, he found that all the man's burns had healed, and the tender flesh of the heart had grown. The doctor could not believe that anyone would die under such a burn. He had recovered, but unfortunately, the man had lost his memory and was unaware of what had happened before. All he remembers is that the tank he was driving was hit by a white tiger. Nikolai was supposed to be discharged home to recuperate, but the situation at the front was so urgent that he needed a tank driver, and the commander had to send him to the front again. Seeing the destroyed tanks on the train, Nikolai gently touched them with his hand, and suddenly an officer stopped him and asked him what he was doing. But Nikolai said to the prefect,
"Вот этот танк, его пантера подбила. Из засады выскочил."
The officer asked in surprise, "Who told you that?" Nikolai said that the tank told him. Then the commander pointed to another tank and asked, "What did this one say to you?" He said it had been destroyed by a German Tiger tank, a ghostly white tiger. After hearing these words, the officer thought that he had gone mad and that he should be sent to a psychiatric hospital instead of the front line. But the officer said that he had also heard the legend of the white tiger tank, but no one had ever seen it, because as long as the two armies were fighting, the white tiger would suddenly appear, kill all the Soviet tanks, and mysteriously disappear. The German ghost tank inflicted heavy losses on the Soviet army. Soviet leaders ordered the tank to be destroyed at all costs. After several days of development by the military, a new modified T-34 tank was unveiled, in order to specifically combat the German White Tiger. This modification not only strengthened the thickness of the armor, but also upgraded the engine, giving the T-34 a better mobility. The commander selected 3 of the best tank men, and Nikolai was among them, and he was given the rank of center guard and commander of T-34. Looking at the 3 men in front of him, the commander doubted their ability. In order to test, the commander told them to destroy the barn 600 meters away, and only 2 shots could be fired. But Nikolai's tank was moving so fast that it destroyed the barn in 1 shot. This shot made the commander completely approve of them. The White Tiger reappeared shortly after and destroyed 5 of their tanks. When Nikolai arrived, the scene was only a mess, and the White Tiger had long disappeared. Nikolai told the officer that it was hiding in these woods. The soldiers beside him thought it impossible, for they had searched the woods only yesterday, but Nikolai said firmly that it must be hiding in there, because the body of the tank does not lie. So he came up with a plan to use a low-spec T-34 as bait to lure the White Tigers to show up, and they would hide and attack the Tigers.